Okay, so today I'm going to teach you how to do Academy of Evil skip, which will allow us to go fight Madame Amberly from the start of Hub 3, and then we can go immediately to Hub 4. This is currently only useful in the no dimension skip category. So, the first thing we need to do is we need to get up here to go and enter Madame Amberly backwards. Now, how do we do that? Well, there's two different methods. We can either get on this tree and then do a camera tilted body slam up here, which saves about 15 to 20 seconds. Very, very, very difficult, though. Or we can use these currently intangible iron spring crates to jump up here and then meander around the ledge, grab this world checkpoint that's up here, jump on the light here, and then death abuse. Now, that's way faster than beating the levels, so regardless, it's still better to do the skip. Now, how we make these crates intangible is by hitting this switch box. And I'm going to do something that's going to terrify you. But trust me, this is way easier than it looks. So first, place Crash's right foot in between these two stones here, and then do a body slam. This is very easy. It's a lot easier than it looks. Once you know where to stand, you're most likely not going to die most of the time. Probably like 99% of the time you should be fine. So, step 2 is use this tree to get onto these spring crates, then move down right, and boom, you're up here. Down right and double jump, sorry. Now you grab this. There we go. That world checkpoint, and then you do this. Boom, easy. For method number 2, which is much faster but way harder, as I said before, we're going to use this tree here to camera tilted body slam up to the top. So we do a double jump here, and we need to place Crash on this part of the branch because that's the highest part of the branch. Very difficult to land on because it's hard to see. Oops. Okay, there we go. And then what we need to do is we need to body slam about here, because there's an invisible wall that's about here that is going to prevent us from getting up there. So, hopefully I get this first try. I probably won't. Oh, I did! Nice. So this is the invisible wall here that you need to be to the left of to get up here. Okay. So, now that we have done that, the next thing we need to do is we need to go out of bounds. And the easiest and fastest way to go out of bounds is by body slamming onto this cabinet thingy. I use a camera tilted body slam, but you don't have to. Boom. And then don't jump, so you could just walk into this chunk. If you jump, it deloads and takes longer to load. And now we are at step 3. Now, as you can see, there's this innocuous-looking room. It is not innocuous because we have a trigger that we need to avoid or the game will crash, as you can see in this image. So all we need to do is just do a double jump, a very delayed double jump to go around it. Please ignore the dogs. If you touch it, the game will crash. Or on emulator, it looks like this. Hang on, let me just show you real quick. The game will crash if you do this on console. So, the next part is we need to avoid, if you can see the trigger in the room that is in front of the round room. It's that little yellow box that's close by the edge. This is very easy to avoid, but what it does is it activates the yellow or green fumes that will kill you if you touch them. You just want to avoid that because you won't be able to escape. Alright. So, now we have come to loading Amberly, which is very, very annoying. First, I'm going to show you what happens if you... Oh, oops. Hang on. Okay. So, if you end up here... Now, if you end up in that position, you're soft locked. You need to reset. But, if you're down here, you can still save it. So you need to move around this load wall here. And then there's an invisible wall right here, which you just need to jump around and then get into this little pocket here. Like that. If it's like this, the camera's gonna flop. So then we need to jump over to here. And then you could just double jump back up. So that is a backup you need to do. You need to know if you are doing this. Alright. So, loading Madame Amberly. Make sure that your camera is not perpendicular to the door. Make sure the camera's about like this for the method that I'm about to show you. Now, on console and on emulator, you can very easily load the Madame Amberly boss arena, but on PC and on Xbox, on HDD, it will be very difficult to do any of the methods. So this method that I'm going to show is the method that we will use on Xbox HDD and on PC when the decompilation comes out. So from this point, you want to do a jump, pause the game, hold down on the D-pad, and then hold body slam. On Xbox, this will exit the menu. On PS2, you just need to press triangle or start. And what this does is it will let Crash do a 1 frame of holding D-pad and also body slamming. This will mean that you will get the smallest possible distance to be able to clip yourself into the wall so you can load the Madame Amberly arena. And then you just basically do it over and over until it works. Hang on. There we go. Oop. And sometimes that is going to happen. Which is why the backup... Which is why I showed the backup. Oh. This is very... Very... Very, very... not fun. Come on. Hopefully I get it this time. Come on. Come on. There we go. Boom. And now, we are here. Now it's time to show image number 2. So, you can see my mouse there. You could see that there is a cutscene trigger and the boss fight trigger that my mouse is on. We need to jump around that trigger. And let's count. The pipes, it's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, between 6 and 7. It's between 6 and 7 that we need to jump around. Alright. So, let's count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we can just jump up here and then jump around the trigger just like that. That's not that difficult, but if you trigger that boss fight, then it's GG. Alright. Now time for another step, which we need to get out of bounds here. There is a very annoying body slam that we need to do. So go into this corner and be about 45 degrees from the door angle, and then just do a body slam, and you'll get right out. Now, we need to store a long jump. Because we have another trigger that we need to dodge. That you can see right here. It is right at the end of the... Or right at the beginning of the room, I guess. The circular room. And all we need to do is we need to do a long jump to get around it. If we hit it, the game will crash. Yes, this skip has a lot of very, very, very risky tricks. So we need to store a long jump. What I like to do when I'm doing runs is I do a controllable slide jump here, but if you're scared of doing that, just do a long, or slide jump here. Then place crash about here, and then start the long jump. It will take you several tries to get good at that. Now, what we need to do is, again, we need to jump across just like this, and then we need to load rooftop. Alright, we've loaded rooftop. Now we do a double jump and let the chunk deload. Wait a bit. Do not pause. Don't pause at any point. Here. Uh-oh. Okay. So then we need to load this chunk again. And now, all we need to do is just run into the cutscene trigger. And now, if you are on PS2, wait for this cycle, because after Madame Amberly, the door will open up immediately if you wait. If you're on Xbox, you don't need to do that. And there you have it. You have Madame Amberly and Academy of Evil skip. I'm going to show you the ending very soon here. Just give me a second. After this cutscene, I'll pause. Okay. So, now, this door should open up real quick. It's already open. Alright. So, this is the trigger that would crash the game before. Alright, so now we just go out of bounds using this thing here. Don't do a slide jump here. Wait until you're... Alright. Now, put crash about here. And then just do a camera tilted body slam. Oh. I'm not in the right spot. Hang on. Should be good now. No? There we go. And there you have it.